Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. We are now joined by the team from North Georgia Therapeutic Massage, and they are really more than just a place. Really, it's a whole philosophy, and I'm so excited to have some of the founding members here joining us today to talk more about the work they do based out of Cumming, Georgia. We want to welcome you all. How are we doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited to be here and just really honored to be able to speak a little bit more about what we do and our philosophy behind more than just hands on a body.
Perfect. So this is Bradlee Morgan speaking. If you're just on the podcast, who else do we have joining us today?
I got Ra here. I'm also one of the owners and therapists here, and I'm also equally excited to be here and to speak with you all today.
And last but not least.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm one of the owners as well. And like the others, I'm super excited to be here as well.
Perfect. Well, give us an overview of the work that you do. And I know we're going to get into some differences of therapeutic massage and spa because not everybody knows the difference. But first and foremost, when did you establish the company? What brought you here to this to develop your own company, not work for someone else, right?
Sure, absolutely. And Ra and Kevin, if you guys have anything to add, please feel free, go on and jump in. But so we originally started back in 2019 as the name called Sixth Sense Massage and Bodywork. And that was actually just a company that I was working with myself and was kind of changing the name of massage therapy, if you would, in the local area. And how I kind of got into all of it was Ra and I both went to college together at the University of North Georgia. And she and I had passed by each other multiple different times. And I always knew that she was a massage therapist. And I kind of went through the corporate sphere of IT, still inside of that, still enjoy it, but it just wasn't as fulfilling as I wanted. And so what we ended up doing was kind of launching Sixth Sense Massage and Bodywork and deciding, let's go ahead and do it. We're not going to, we go all in. We don't just halfway do things. And if you ask any of our clients, they'll agree. But we started officially with Sixth Sense Massage and Bodywork with our storefront about a year and a half ago. And since then, we've actually ended up rebranding to North Georgia Therapeutic Massage. And that wasn't something that we just did on our own. We did end up having a business mentor who helped guide us with our name and our niche and proper business practices and things of that sort. So now at this point, we are located in Cumming. We've been going strong for a year and a half. Have helped many different clients. All of those could be individuals that might have improper gait patterns, individuals that just are experiencing terrible chronic pain. Some of our patients have been inside of pain management for years and just weren't seeing much of an improvement. So what we ended up doing was really taking them under our wing, putting them through some treatment plans, and have just really excelled in growth and their transformation. So it's been really awesome. We just tried to make sure that we carry more of like a philosophy with what it is that we do. So we recognize that pain isn't just physical, it's emotional too. And because of that, we want to make sure that we're treating the whole body instead of it just being a sum of parts. And we've seen massive success with that. And the idea of realizing that just because your shoulder hurts should not be the only thing that we're working on. There's pain patterns throughout the body. There's all types of things that could be going on. And that's really what's kind of set us apart from all the other places that are surrounding us.
Wow. So by the way, let me just give you the website. Could you share that with us?
Sure. It's www.northgeorgiatherapeuticmassage.com.
Perfect. And you're right. You deserve to live pain-free. And that's what you're all here doing. And Bradlee, just want to ask, when you were a kid, you had your own share of chronic pain. Isn't that kind of what brought you into this field?
Yeah, I think all of us kind of did actually. Whether it be either physical or emotional. I actually, whenever I was younger, I grew faster than what my IT bands were able to do or to grow. And because of that, I was having some serious joint issues in my hips. and naturally from that also spread into muscular issues. And whenever I was being seen by a physician, they actually said that if it didn't get better, I was potentially going to have total hips done on both sides at a very early age.
Wow.
And luckily that did not happen. Here I am at the age of almost 28 with both of my original hips. But we definitely went through a lot for that. Massage therapy and chiropractics were two things that really helped me, and I could not be more grateful. That's part of the reason why I went into what we do now. Is I want to be able to give back to individuals like those individuals did for me.
All right, Kevin and Ra, can I hear a little about yourself? Tell us what you do and your backstory as well.
Yeah, sure. So I've been in massage for, goodness, going on I guess it's a decade now. I was in school for aerospace engineering originally, and then I just switched to taking a break because I was like, I don't know if this is for me. And while on a break from school, I went to massage school. I just felt really drawn to it. I had, my own experiences of like mental and physical pain and trauma and things like that. And seeing how it helps people in such a holistic way is what really drew me to it. I did go on to get my degree in ceramics and visual art as well. I'm kind of a collector of trades, if you will. But yeah, I've been doing it for about 10 years, and I've really grown I started out really about like relaxation and rest and, working with the subconscious mind. And then through that powerful transformations that I've seen with working in the mind and body, I wanted to get down to brass tacks on the body functions as well. So really, what is the root cause of the pain going on? Because sometimes it's not just physical, right? Yeah.
Kevin?
For me, it all kind of started when I was a kid. I'd always had a lot of muscle aches, fatigue, issues like that. Just growing up, growing faster than my body can handle, and then playing sports and all that stuff. Every time that my parents ever took me to the doctor, all they ever wanted to do was give me medications to kind of help with the symptoms and not really help with the main focus of what was actually going on with it. And I just dealt with that for years, never really had the ability to go and like see any good massage therapist or anything like that in the area. And then worked in restaurants for years, and I actually met Bradlee, and we're now married together. But he was actually the reason why I decided to go into massage therapy, just because of what he was learning, everything that he was doing in school, kind of made me want to go into it and learn it as well. And just kind of ignited my passion for it while I was in. Definitely with the instructors that we had as well, they taught us a lot of stuff. But I love helping people figure out ways to combat their muscle fatigue and their strained muscles and issues that they have, and then teaching people how to properly stretch and everything that they can do to help their body. So it's just it's one of those things where it's really nice to be able to continuously learn and just build on the knowledge that we had gained when we started everything.
Beautiful. All right. So did you want to discuss some of the services and some of the main aspects of the work you're doing to help people?
Sure, absolutely. So we wanted to build a practice where it wasn't based off of upgrades and things of that sort. So what we decided to do was to create a not a one size fits all, but a one size type of program. And so when the moment you walk in our doors, it's very medically kind of driven. The intake forms that we have, the amount of research that we do prior to, the engaging conversations that we have before you're on the table. So we offer everything from just your what people consider massage, right? So we call them treatment inside of our building. So we offer just everything from 30 minutes to 2 hours worth of treatment. And what gets built into those treatments really depends on the type of assessments and things of that sort that we do. So we do a lot of orthopedic testing, a lot of muscle testing. things of that sort. Also based off the conversation, sometimes we need a little bit more of a very caring path that day. So you might come in and say, oh, I need all of this done, right? But what we're really going to do is we're going to sit down, talk with you, and understand it. So we might end up doing some vagal nerve stimulation to help with that. We might end up doing some strain protocols. We might end up doing some myoalignment. There's tons of different tools inside of our tool belt, and all of that gets brought into the specific style of treatment that we do. So hypnotherapy is another thing that we brought in, and I'm sure Ra has tons to talk about on that. And then the life coaching also is something that we do as well. We love not only helping people physically progress, but also emotionally and inside of their professional realms be able to move forward too. We've seen a lot of success on that side too.
Awesome. Did you want to talk more about that now, since you kind of spiked our interest in the hypnotherapy, did you say?
Sure. Yeah. Rod, do you want to take that one?
Sure, yeah. So I was recently certified over this last year. I'm actually invited back to be a coaching assistant for the next round of
Awesome.
trainees, which is really exciting. Yeah, I love that. Something that really drew me to hypnotherapy is, when I was growing up in my childhood, right? There was a lot of mental and physical illnesses. And I found that, when things are invisible, like pain or even like a mental illness, it's not often spoken about, and we often suffer in silence. And it was really painful for me to see that in my family, and for it to be misunderstood in the medical realm. So that's what really drew me to the mind. I've always been inspired to, empower others to know who they truly are deep down, without all the conditioning and stuff, to love themselves and celebrate who they are. So hypnotherapy is a way for me to help them advocate for their needs and their right to heal, so they can be happy and fulfilled. And with the hypnotherapy, I start out with a 90-minute session. That's everyone, so that we can really nail down, what is it that you really want. That's kind of one of the most transformative parts of the process, is really figuring out, what do you want? And is it hard to ask for it? Is it hard to understand? It's really telling information there. And then from there, we get you in a really nice, relaxed state. And what you want, or what you create in a powerful, positive, present voice, as I like to call it, is once you're really relaxed, those are the suggestions that we use. So let's say you wanted to wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed every morning. That would be a suggestion that I would put in there to, rewire the neural pathways in the brain. And then, I get really great responses even after the first session. Some people just feel, wow, I just feel so much lighter. I feel more inspired. And for more difficult cases, it might be 2 or 3, but definitely after the third one, you'll see a huge transformation.
Great. And Kevin, what do you kind of specialize in that you wanted to digress into?
So I kind of help a lot of people with any of their upper body issues, be it what we call tech neck, which is from constantly being on our cell phones and just kind of looking down at them. It always causes like forward head posture and things like that. And a lot of people, if they're listening to it, they're like, oh God, I do that. It's just a normal thing. It comes from working at computers all day long, playing on our phones, just doing all that kind of stuff. And a lot of people don't understand that it's actually a muscle imbalance versus like a chiropractic issue. But that's one of the major things that I kind of work with, is any of the upper body issues that people might have.
Well, it's funny. My son, I have an 8 and 6-year-old. My 8-year-old this summer, I didn't put him in camp because we got a pool and it was expensive. So I chose to stay home. And all I did was this all summer on the iPad. And guess what? He has neck issues. We started football in August and he's like, this is not right. I'm not feeling well. I took him to the doctor. The doctor says she can feel it's the muscle. She's like, you need like a medical type massage. I forget the terminology, what was wrong, but probably what you're working on. And then it got better. I never brought him anywhere because the place was an hour away, but I was curious to know why she recommended me somewhere so far. Do not a lot of people work on these things? Do regular doctors kind of push that away, or
So it really comes down to just the type of massage therapy place that you're going to. A
Okay.
lot of places, especially around here, we're one of the only medically
Yeah.
based massage practices in the area. A lot of them
Got it.
just want to do like relaxation. Uh,
Exactly. Yeah. Same around
yeah,
here. I
so
guess that's why. But okay.
yeah. So it really just depends on what the place offers, what they specialize in, and just things like that.
Okay. What other aspect of your business did you want to share? Of course, there's so much to you on the website, and there's like a lot of things. So I'll let you take over. What did you want to get across for today? It's your first show, so I'm sure you have an agenda.
Yeah, so the one thing that like I really think is important for us to discuss, and you even just like brought it forward, is the ability for us to be able to explain the difference between therapeutic grade massage versus
Okay.
your spa type massage. And that could be part of the reason, like what Kevin was saying. It's not it's not necessarily the fact that the therapists might don't have the capability. It's just what are the goals of the area that you may be going to, right? Or the business that you might be going to. So for us, we've definitely distinguished and kind of differentiated ourselves more in an aspect of saying we're here to help treat, not here to just give you a treat. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we really want to make sure that uh, it's understood that therapeutic grade massage, sure, you might be able to go anywhere and get that, but it's also going to be tied in potentially inside of spa, which is more relaxation. And what we do, and ask any of our clients, a lot of them come in and they say, it's peaceful, it's serene, but I know I'm going to get good work, right? And if you walk into our treatment rooms, they're not massively over decorated and things of that sort. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, you're face down in the face cradle, or you're face up and your eyes are closed. So the idea is that we spend a lot of our time and additional costs trying to further our own educations to be able to learn new additional treatment methods, different pathologies, things of that sort. And inside of spa, and there's nothing wrong with them at all. Like, we all need a chance of relaxation. We all need to treat ourselves sometimes, right? And those are
There are
great
times that we even go and treat ourselves to go to a nice spa and places like that.
Got it.
Exactly.
And we even offer that, the relaxing type of service, because every day is a little different, especially if you're
Exactly.
along your treatment plan and like the most chronic aspects of the pain is gone, and you just need to like, wow, it's been particularly stressful. Let's tap into that parasympathetic rest, digest, relaxing nervous system and go.
All right.
I do
Interesting.
that quite a bit, actually. Also, if I'm in treatment plan and we're doing we're really making headway, we have that conversation, and like prior to treatment, and they're like, man, all of this stuff has happened. I was like, I don't really think that we should do a therapeutic session today. How do you feel about us just kind of trying to get into that parasympathetic state, that rest and digest? It's nice for us to be able to do both, right?
Yeah.
It's something we definitely offer. It's just the distinguishment between the two, and people really understanding that there really is a difference between them.
Beautiful. All right. And also, let me just point out, so you're serving, you're incoming. So what counties, what areas mostly do you serve? And is it just statewide, or can people out of state come to you?
Oh, absolutely. Anybody. I will say that we are appointment only, right? That's one thing that's very specific for us, is we are appointment only. And if you go to our website, there's book now buttons all over the place. You can definitely get booked in with us. But we've had people that have moved. I've had some clients that have even strategically moved to make sure that they didn't go too far away from our business. Like we've had a lot of people that have moved out of state that every time they pass through, they come in, get treatment. And not to say that we're amazing, right? But a lot of our treatment methods, people get results very quickly. So we absolutely will take anybody within the surrounding counties of Forsyth, Alpharetta, Fulton, like all these different counties, but we have plenty of people across the United States that have actually come to see us also.
Great. And do you also, is this all out of pocket, or do some insurances cover some of these modalities that you do offer?
So unfortunately, in the state of Georgia, and medical insurance in general, They don't necessarily designate massage as a proper treatment path, even though it
Which is
is.
so sad.
It is, and it's very
Same in New
frustrating.
York.
And
Mm-hmm.
we have a lot of people that are fighting it. We have the AMTA, a lot of professional agencies that are going forward and trying to really knock down those barriers. However, we do accept HSA, Flex Medical, all that type of stuff. We also offer membership, things of that sort. So we make sure that we offer treatment styles at a cost for everyone, and also multiple different ways to be able to pay for it. So, but hopefully soon, that insurance piece might come through.
I saw that the packages, the massage. What does that consist of? It's a monthly membership, or how does that work?
Sure. So, Rod, do you want to take that one up? She's the one that's really good with the marketing side of it.
Sure, yeah. So we have a couple options, right? So to some, our price might seem more than other places around us, and they're like, well, I'm not sure. But we have
You're right.
options where for the commitment of you committing to yourself and your well-being over a year, we have a hefty discount per massage. And with each additional massage per month that you do, because most people come in, sometimes twice a week, when they're starting out. Each additional massage is a further discounted rate. So we really like that option.
Yeah.
We also have referral programs too. So for people that are like, you know what, this is really out of my budget, it's like, well, we have a referral program. If you refer people to us, then that brings your costs down, and you can even get free massage through that.
What about things like the hypnotherapy? Is that offered virtually yet? Do you offer anything virtually? I mean, I know the medical massage kind of hands on, but you do virtual services?
Sure, yeah. So I do Zoom treatments as well. So I can work with anyone in the world, really.
Wow.
Same way with our life coaching as well.
Okay.
One of our most successful life coach students was actually 100% virtual. And it's we love watching the transformation like right in front of our eyes. It's really cool.
Great. And would you mind just maybe, Kevin, mentioning some of the other conditions that people come in for? I know you're dealing with mostly the upper body, but what are the other chronic pain ailments that may resonate with someone listening today that people do come in to see you all?
Oh goodness, there's so many. So there's everything from sciatica to whiplash is actually one of the things that we can help with.
Okay.
TMJ we actually help with as well. It's just there's with all of the things that we can do and we can test for, it's an amazing thing that we do, but it's just hard to kind of list out everything. But some of the biggest things is like with what I work with my type of clients is carpal tunnel syndrome is actually one of those major things that a lot of people don't realize that massage therapy can help with, because it's all about the tight band around the wrist that just constricts on the nerves. So creating space with those muscles and everything in the area will actually lessen the effects of it, better than what the surgery can do. I don't want to make any surgeons or any doctors mad, but in my opinion, I always tell people don't do the surgery first. Go and see somebody that can kind of help you with it as far as like physiotherapy, massage therapy, anything like that. So.
All right.
Yeah, it could even be coming from the neck, and a lot of people don't realize that,
Exactly.
So yeah, numbness in fingers could be the spine all the way to, arthritis in a knuckle or something. Yeah.
It's pretty incredible. We tell everybody surgery isn't the only option.
Well, let me ask you this. If we're going to go, to Georgia to come visit you, where's the nearest airport?
It's actually Hartsville-Jackson, and that's about, would y'all say about 45 minutes away? 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it depends on the day. Atlanta's an hour.
Atlanta traffic.
But yeah, it's about 45 minutes away. It's a straight shot, by the way. Yeah.
Good. Well, it's a pleasure meeting you guys today, and excited to have you. Would you just remind us one more time of the website, how we can reach you before we go?
Sure. So it's www.northgeorgiatherapeuticmassage.com. You can also find us on all of the social media handles. I believe Facebook and Instagram is at Massage North Georgia. We're on Vimeo. We do all types of meditation stuff there. We're also, you'll be able to find us in Forsyth County's best of nominations from
All right, good.
2023. So we're currently going for that one this
Thank
year
you.
also.
Well, I
so.
apologize. We're out of time. We have to go, but it's a pleasure speaking with you all. Looking forward to our next show, okay?
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcasts on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.